What is good, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Okay, so let's get this right off the bat. No, this should have not taken me a month or two. I don't even remember when did I posted that on Instagram. It's just every single time I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm about to just sit down and just sit in front of the camera because it's not really that difficult. But it's like I really don't want to fucking talk about this movie. But then it's like, yeah, but it's like you kept saying all this shit like you were going to, and it's like, fuck it. And so here we are talking about the movie Artemis Fowl. Yeah, this is one of the worst I've seen in a long time. Yeah, probably my top five of worst movies of all time. I want to say probably higher than Cat in the Hat, but nowhere near the level of Garbage Pail Kids. So this movie was fucking awful, which is kind of fucked up to think actually, because earlier this year, when movie theaters were still going and shit, I saw Dr. Dolittle starring Robert Downey Jr. and that's a worse movie on its own because it's a film that offers virtually nothing, because I couldn't even make out what the movie wanted to be based off of its trailer. Was it trying to be a high-class fantasy film? An action-adventure type movie? Something like Pirates of the Caribbean, maybe? It didn't fucking know what the fuck it wanted to do, which, that actually is kind of funny, because they said that, they brought in, Seth Rogen to look at, the script, shit, some people actually like to do that, you have, extra writers, saying, see if we can make, a script better and shit. So even he was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, man. So good luck. Because it really is a movie that offers nothing, And then it's and it's also, jeez, this movie ends with a giant ass fucking fart, Because if you ever saw the trailer of Dr. Dolittle of him being blasted full of wind and shit, something like that. It was a giant ass fart from a dragon. I tell people this, they look at me I don't know if I want to believe you or not, but it's I can't make that shit up. It's you can't let that shit up. It literally ends with a dragon farting, and it's nothing. No, wait. Before the dragon farts and shit, the Dr. Dolittle character sticks his arms inside of the dragon's asshole, pulling out a bunch of shit, including Skeletor remains and fucking bagpipes and shit, and then it lets out a huge ass fucking fart. And then we have Artemis Fowl here, which not only do I think is one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time, I think it's an outright insult to filmmaking in general, because, guys, as a person who's never been in the industry before, they make some of the most rookiest fucking mistakes. And I don't know, it's just Disney is just somewhat proud of that. I don't really get it, because I'm kind of glad I waited a little just this long, because on YouTube specifically, every single time they're advertising Disney Plus, they're advertising these movies like Artemis Fowl. This is this is a movie that nobody liked. Not critics, not fans of the book, which I should have liked to mention. This is part of a book series that I have never read. And even if I was, I probably would have been a lot fucking harsher. That's just how that shit is. Hey, if you read original material and it gets adapted into a movie, sometimes it be like that. But since I'm not, this movie's just fucking awful. But they're advertising this movie that nobody fucking likes, and that's just kind of crazy to me. And I'm gonna be flat out and honest here. This is probably not gonna be my best summary analysis movie review, because I barely fucking remember like this movie at all because I've only seen it once, and I'm going to attempt to tell you why this movie is fucking awful and why you shouldn't avoid it. I mean, like why? Like I can't talk today. Why you should avoid it? Oh my god! Because one of the things is the chemistry between like the characters. I didn't believe any of it. You know, I didn't believe a single interaction. Not even between Artemis and his fucking father, which, like, which is kind of like just fucked up, like to me. And then, there's a scene where, you know, Artemis is like, you know, kidnaps, and I'm just gonna be perfectly honest here, I don't remember anybody's like fucking name besides Artemis and like the butler character, who you shouldn't call Butler, but Butler, fuck you. So, you know, where he kidnaps this fairy police officer, which there's a police-esque force in the fairy magic world? I don't fucking get it. So he kidnaps her, basically knocks her out with like a drug, basically, and then just, you know, is holding her like for ransom so he can make a deal with like the people in charge of like the fairy world. I never said that this was gonna be a good fucking analogy because I fucking barely remember it. And then she has this ability to where she can like just look into like your eyes and like just make you like to do shit. So basically like just like control you and shit like that. And another thing I have to mention, like the Artemis Fowl himself is supposed to be a supposed boy genius. Yeah, that's never really shown much in like this movie. It's like, and he invents like, I mean, I guess he makes like these types of glasses or has these types of glasses, shit like that shields like their eyes and stuff from it, but he takes them off and just said, hey, like, do you want to be like my friend? And then they're friends now. And it's like, bull fucking shit. Bullshit. Like, you mean to tell me after everything like that he has done to her, you're just willingly like just going to be his fucking friend? Like, okay. It's fucking stupid. Makes no fucking sense and is very fucking unbelievable as fuck, but okay. I don't even remember like the villain's fucking name. It's just like some shadowy fucking dude who kidnaps Artemis's dad for the sake of some MacGuffin, basically. Like, you know, this is pretty much an object that can literally do fucking anything. You know, like literally anything. You know, I mean, he uses it to save, you know, his dad, and it's like the artifact was inside the house like the whole fucking time, and it's like, you know, oh yeah, oh wait, that's another thing. The world building in this fucking sucks because we're only in like two fucking like locations. The fucking like, you know, Artemis's house and like this magic world that like we still don't really know much about. You know, it's just sort of like just there, and the movie just expects you just to give a shit because of it, you know? And there's like this dwarf character who's not really a dwarf. He's just like some big fucking dude and shit. And so basically in like the beginning of like the movie, he's being interrogated by, I guess, police officers or something, and he starts telling them like the story of, I guess, what the fuck occurred, like, which is kind of fucking weird because like how the fuck would he know all of like this shit? But he's like every single time he breaks into like this narration type thing, but it's confusing to me because, you know, he's speaking to, if he's talking to like more of an audience as opposed to him being interrogated. Because let's not forget, you know, he's captured, you know, like, and like he's telling like the story, and he's just like, welcome, it's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of the magic. And it's like, who the fuck are you talking this to? Are you talking this to us, or are you talking this to like the dude who you're being interrogated with? And this, like, a friend of mine who's seen like the movie like men before me told me that this was an exposition dump movie. And when he said an exposition dump movie, damn, man, damn. film because this movie fucking explains everything. And it's fucking annoying because instead of just letting like story shit like just flow like just naturally, they have to fucking explain to you what's going on, how is the shit like is going on, and it's like it's just like it never really gives you enough time just to breathe, to really comprehend things, It's always on like a fucking move and shit, and it's like there's just a few characters who are just thrown into this who have like no real significance. Like they're like the butler's like niece, sister, or fucking whoever, is this supposed weapons expert and shit like that, and she does virtually nothing throughout like the whole fucking film. Oh wait, she does do one fucking thing. She gives Artemis a sandwich. Boom, man. I'm so fucking glad, man, we have you on like the team making sandwiches and us. Fucking blow me. But again, to like the villain, I don't fucking know. I think he wanted to use this MacGuffin to fucking take over the world, the fucking magic world. I don't know. Some type of shadowy fucking dude who, I'm doing a little dance. No, but... And then it's like Artemis hit like himself. I understand like that he's a kid, it's like saying like, and it's like you should give kid actors just like a little bit, but it's like they're like it was more of the direction. I just think the director of Artemis Fowl just didn't really know how to direct like these kids, really, and it's just Artemis himself is kind of like an idiot half of the time, It's like, he's like this supposed boy genius, but it's like you don't really learn much about him. And then it just ends with him saying, I'm Artemis Fowl and I'm a criminal mastermind. Because when I first seen like this movie, I'm like, was that like the whole fucking purpose of that? Like, because it didn't lead up to that. There was nothing that led up to him fucking saying that. It just comes the fuck out of nowhere. And it's like, I don't know, because it's like, why would they do the things that like they do? And let's go back a sec to like the dwarfish character, because this man has a fucking ability to where he can fucking unhinge his fucking jaw, like cartoon, like jaw dropping type visual. He's eating the fucking dirt in like the fucking ground, and like the dirt is coming out of his ass. Like, just like I said with like the dragon farting, I can't make that shit up, man. But I don't fucking want to be like, oh hey, yeah, like if you guys don't believe me, like go watch the movie like yourself, because that would mean I'm advertising this movie and I'm not Disney. So, oh wait, I'm wearing blue. Fuck, no, I'm joking. But still, I'm just trying to fucking think like, yeah, I mean, I guess the one positive thing I could say is that it's short. But basically it's just, but I don't know. Because every single time I'm just like, I wasn't really expecting much from like this movie, but I wasn't expecting this because golly, because like the writing is just so all over the place, like nothing is really structurally sound, it's just bouncing like from one thing to the next, not really giving any characters any type of focus, and it's just annoying, really. It's fucking annoying because I'm sitting, like I said, I'm looking like this, like throughout like the whole fucking movie. I'm looking like, do we really have to go through this? Why the fuck would he do that? Like, who the fuck? And it's like, it's throughout like the whole fucking movie, There's like, I can't really give anything positive about like this movie. Well, I just did, but it's like, because there's nothing to really be positive about, like, I guess, besides it being short, but. So basically, just to recap, why like you shouldn't watch like this movie is because its story, it's all over like the place. Maybe like you'll somewhat understand it, like maybe I just didn't, because maybe I'm just like, fuck this. The characters are all flawed, it's like there's nothing about them like that sticks out, like there's no real like development. Some characters are just there doing absolutely like just nothing, you know. It has lazy world building, you know, because we're only focused on two fucking like just locations. And it's like, oh yeah, like, no, it's like saying I love being inside of like this fucking house. I'm surprised that like they don't make a fucking video game based off it. And there was probably shit like a fourth something. Oh right, acting is bad, you know, like everybody is sort of just, even like the adult actors are just like, okay, like, so it's like we're here, let's just say like our lines, you know, like nobody is really memorable at all. And it's like, this movie was just bad, like really, really bad. And that's all I gotta say because, hey, you know. So, let's get back to doing like some good movie like reviews. So, if you guys have any like movie like suggestions that like you wanna give me, leave them down in the description, the comments down below. Like this video, share it, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. This was a hard fucking video just to make because, like, I don't really want to talk about this fucking movie. Okay, but take care. Jeez.